back to check out this movie. My name is Lucas, and I have some suggestions.
For you.
The first one is The Fortune, 1975. In the 1920s, due to the Man with Two Ends Act, it was illegal to transport an unmarried woman across state lines for immoral purposes. So, Warren Beatty took his rich flapper lady straight to the Justice of the Peace to get hitched to his friend Jack Nicholson. The three take a train.
First time on a train.
Have we met?
This is your husband.
And then a primitive aeroplane to California.
This is something right out of Buck Rogers, isn't it? I feel like old Lindy.
And Nicholson is on the run for embezzlement. Jack thinks he's married into money. And Rizzo from Greece has been cut out of the will and is a wreck.
He said as far as he was concerned, I no longer exist.
There are top-notch performances.
We were asleep, you know. I was just going to call you.
Settings and costumes, as the fellas try to speed up their inheritance in this ragtime era three-ring circus. The Cat Burglar, 1961. A small-time thief lifts some important documents, and the lady who was an unwitting courier deals with some interesting characters to get them back.
I have to pay plenty to get that stuff back, lady. Plenty.
Filming locations include the Panama Hotel in Skid Row, Los Angeles, and Hotel Lorraine, which is also where Rocky and Adrian stay in Rocky III.
This place is disgusting.
The boarding house is at 820 Seward Street and 800 Seward Street for the final scene. Death Trap, 1982, directed by Sidney Lumet. Michael Caine is a playwright whose new production bombs on opening night.
It's the worst play I've ever seen.
I'm doing the only sensible thing. I'm getting pissed.
And he has a house with a freaking windmill. His string of failures has him blowing his stack.
I passed out in the train, and I came to in the terminus at Montauk. End of the line. Bloody symbolic.
And to top it all, a lowly student of his, Clark Kent, sent him a flawless script on his first attempt. His incredible wife, Diane Cannon, encourages him to collaborate with the student to rejuvenate his creativity.
Don't you see, by teaching Mr. Anderson, you'll get yourself started again.
But Caine wants to kill him.
The mace would be quicker.
And sell the play as his own. It's really well acted, with some long scenes that are both tense and comedic. And with such smooth camera work, the Windmill House is in East Hampton, New York, the setting for the movie, and is now owned by Robert Downey Jr. Robo Vampire, 1988. Some soldiers are escorting a prisoner wearing Chuck Taylors when they get attacked by a snake. Then a mummified Asian priest of some sort, who is immune to rifle fire, attacks. And eats a pound of neck meat. Some drug smugglers are intercepted, and the big boss is tired of losing his loads. He hatches a plan for combating the agencies. Train vampires to kill them, of course.
Boss, what are your plans then? He'll train vampires to deal with him.
Two guys are packing the drug bricks in a room with coffins.
Bless our drugs.
And they awake the hopping kung fu vampires and have to kick the dust out of them. Then some chick is packing the drugs into a cow carcass. An American agent is killed. But his body is salvaged into an android-like robot. And the epic battle has begun. Black Tuesday, 1954. Edward G. Robinson is a heartless criminal on death row, and he's about to ride the lightning. His broad is gangster.
Shut up.
And takes one of the prison guard's daughter hostage for leverage in the big prison break.
We're gonna make a swap. You get your daughter,
and I get Vince.
Another escapee, the pilot from Airplane,
Have you ever been in a Turkish prison?
is shot in the chest and asks the doctor if he can have him up and about in a day.
Week or 10 days? Tomorrow, Doc. Tomorrow at noon.
Because he's the only one who knows where the loot is stashed.
Nobody can get to that cabbage. Only me.
Rubin and Ed, 1991. Ed attends a highly motivated sales seminar.
I am an incredibly powerful salesperson.
And Rubin dreams of a calendar girl, dances with a squeaky duck toy, and defends himself from a hooligan's taunts with his platform shoe. His mom demands he go out and make a friend.
No! Yes! No! Yes! No!
Ed calls home.
Hello.
And his wife reminds him why he's unsuccessful.
That's why you're broke.
And after she hangs up on him,
Listen, it's been great talking.
the custodian barks at him. Rubin's first attempt doesn't go well. He needs Ed to meet his mom to prove he has a friend.
Shut up! You shut up, you son of a bitch! I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
And Ed needs Rubin to go to the enthusiasm and real estate sales seminar. And Rubin needs Ed to drive him somewhere to bury his frozen cat. There is one scene that is wretch-worthy, so beware.
It's gonna get weird now, isn't it?
Cannonball! 1976. David Carradine drives a hot rod named Cannonball in his moccasins, and a lady is having her car driven to New York.
Oh, no, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I didn't know he was,
We get a glimpse of tiny nailers at Sunset in La Brea, which was demolished in 1984. Photographer Bruce Davidson took a photo there that became the cover of the Beastie Boys album, Ill Communication. The hostesses get changed in a van. A goofy singer and his mother are picked up by the bad guy from Bullet.
Ugly mother's of pearl.
And they're all headed to the Santa Monica Pier to start a $100,000 illegal cross-country race. There are tons of sweet cars and diverse drivers.
Well, it is the spirit of the race that attracts me.
And Martin Scorsese and Rocky Balboa eat the Colonel's famous 11 herbs and spices.
Hey, Lester, you know, we got a lot of money riding on this thing. What makes you so sure Benny's going to deliver on winning?
Hey, I'm going to tell you something. You look very good fat, you know what I mean?
Death Sentence, 1974. Mike Brady is cheating on his wife with a married woman.
I know you love me.
Who threatens to tell his wife if he doesn't leave her. And their argument is drowning out the neighbor lady's TV program. When she forces his hand, he ends the relationship permanently.
There's so much at stake.
Nick Nolte is passed out on his bar stool, and Barney Fife gives him a ride home, where he discovers the stiff. The prosecutor tries to grill a prospective juror, but she's middle of the road.
I'll vote as the evidence dictates.
No further questions.
Acceptable to the prosecution.
And that's one heck of a wagon. It probably has the rear-facing jump seat in the back. Turns out, she is a model citizen juror.
And it's your duty to be honest. But I couldn't perjure myself. Could I? A man's life is at stake.
And you'll never guess who she's married to.
I thought this was all settled.
And the prosecutor is horrible.
In a fit of drunken jealousy, he mindlessly kills his wife for being unfaithful.
Objection. Counsel is presenting his summation. He's not examining a witness.
Sustained. Sustained.
In this creepy crime courtroom suspense, the South Pasadena Public Library was used for the courthouse exterior. Last Embrace, 1979. In a crowded restaurant, Roy Scheider is sucking face and gets into a gunfight with Gazzo from Rocky that makes Swiss cheese out of his lover. Paranoid Roy thinks he was pushed on a train platform, and the dad from Alf calms his nerves.
He wasn't within 10 feet of you.
He goes to a cosmetics counter to buy a gift
For a young girl.
expecting a secret spy message, and he tails the sales associate through the mini plexiglass waterfall tunnel in New York City. There's a kitten.
And who the hell are you?
Christopher Walken is Schneider's undercover boss and thinks he's washed up.
Take it easy for a few days. Get your sea legs back. Do you honestly think we'd send one of our people up to a railroad station in Connecticut just to push you under a train? We'll be in touch.
The turncoat from Rambo 2.
Rambo, this is Murdoch. We're glad you're alive.
Murdoch, I'm coming to get you.
Trails him to Calvary Cemetery in Queens to see if he's still jumpy.
Dave!
And Scheider delivers a monologue in his thong.
He's in a bar. A cantina right across from El Paso.
There are some nice captures of New York City in this intense thriller. Thank you for watching. Check out this movie. We'll see you on the next one.